Alrighty boys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm answering a question because I have all the answers, as you know. Alright, listen. We have Mr. Sir Max 2 Stacks 2000. Alright. Haven't been able to try this yet. In the 5 sieges I've defended so far, it has always said the enemy is alert. You cannot ambush right now. Anyone know why? I got you. You know what I mean? I got you. Alright, so why is this happening? So this was commented under my video called Ambush. What is Ambush? Here it is. Let me put this up a little bit. You know what I mean? You click Ambush, and then you ride out and you try to destroy the enemy siege. As you can see right over here. Let's try to fast forward a little bit. You destroy the siege, you know what I mean? You destroy a couple of units if you'd like. There it is, me destroying the siege. And then you run back. And that is the assaults. That is the new feature. That is the Sally Out Ambush feature. Now, a lot of times it's going to tell you, hey, the enemy is alert. Or, you know, the option might be grayed out. It won't let you click it. Why? What is the problem? How do you fix it? Very simple. The devs have talked about this, and I have talked about this previously. But it was in addition to a lot of other information from the developers. So I decided to make my own video on it, right? So let's go through the dev response once again to solve all of your problems, okay? So the dev says the Sally Out Ambush option checks the following, all right? So what he means by checks the following is all of these have to be true for you to be able to go out and actually do the ambush, okay? So number one, the player is inside the besieged settlement. So you have to be the defender. Duh, if you want to do the ambush, you have to be the defender. You can't be the assaulting party because why would you take out your own siege? Doesn't make sense, right? All right. 2, siege camp preparations are done. What does that mean? Well, that means that pretty much, you know, whenever you start a siege, you have that like little loading bar. So you have to make sure the enemy is done with that loading bar. So they have to start building their siege. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of wait. I think it takes, what, a day of in-game time, sometimes a little bit more. You have to wait until that is done, until they're actually set up. You can't ambush them right when they get there. And then there's a 24-hour cooldown. Not IRL. In-game cooldown. 24-hour IRL cooldown would be crazy. All right? But in-game cooldown. So during cooldown, tooltip on the harass the siege camp option is the enemy is alert. You cannot harass their siege camp right now. Boom! Sniped you out right there, and that is exactly why. So once the loading has, once they've been pretty much, you know, loaded in, their like little loading bar has finished, and they are ready to start the siege. Well, not ready to start the siege, ready to start building their siege equipment. You then have to wait an additional full in-game day because they will be alerts for that first day as soon as they get there. So you have to wait another full day before you can press the assault. Now, after this cooldown, the player can click on harass the siege camp anytime as long as, so okay, this has to also now be true. So if you passed the initial siege camp preparations that the enemy has to do, then you pass the 24 hours of in-game time. Now, you have to check off these. So the player character is not wounded due to starvation or etc. whatever. So the player has to be at good enough health to actually attack. Most of the time, you should be good on that. If not, the tooltip will say you cannot harass the enemy siege camp right now due to your wounds. There you go. Next, the besiegers have at least one siege engine ready. If not, the tooltip will say the enemy does not have any vulnerabilities. So obviously, if they have not built any ballistas, any any rams, anything, you can't attack. You know, you can't ambush them and attack anything because they don't have anything for you to attack. They have to actually build something first for you to actually attack it. The settlement is not breached. So what does this mean? If they've taken down the walls of the settlement that you're in, then you cannot ambush them because obviously, you know, you're already breached. You have to prepare for a siege that they're going to give to you. If breached, the tooltip will say you cannot harass the siege camp because the settlement walls are breached. There it is. And lastly, the besiegers are not attacked by another party. If attacked, If attacked, the tooltip says the enemies are already engaged in battle. Now, my honest opinion, you should be able to ambush them if they are attacked by another party. It only makes sense. That's what a smart general would do. But listen, let's talk for another day. So pretty much, oh yeah, and after you do the first ambush, you have to wait another 24 hours of in-game time to do the second ambush if you would like to do it. So there is kind of, you can't just keep doing them back to back. You kind of have to wait until you can try to do it again, either if you fail or you succeed. All right, so let's go through this one more time real quick, okay? So first, you have to be the defender, obviously. Second, they have to have their siege camp preparations done. That means that they are ready to start building their siege engines and all of that. Then you have to wait pretty much a day of in-game time. And after that, you have to not be wounded. They have to actually have a siege engine for you to actually ambush and attack. The walls to the settlements are not breached. That means they're not broken. And the besiegers are not being attacked. That means that they are still just preparing for the siege. There you go. That is pretty much why you might be having trouble. And if all those check out, you should be able to use the ambush feature. That will do it for me. And I'll see you guys in the next one.